Hello Year 2, it's so nice to be back with you again, even if it's not in the way that we thought it would be. I'm really excited today to be doing some writing with you. You will need some paper, preferably lined, and a pencil to write with, and if you're feeling super whizzy and want to be a teacher, you could get a green and a pink pencil or pen to do your own marking, and maybe even a purple polishing pen as well, just in case you make a mistake. So make sure you've got those. But before we start, I'm going to share some fantastic work that was sent into our email address after Mrs. Wilson's wonderful expanded noun phrase lesson on Monday. So we'll have a look at those and then we'll get down to it. First of all, we have Naomi into L with her fantastic 3 Chilli challenge, detailing the most important things that Tom should take with him. Well done. Next, we have Miley into SH. Fantastic rucksack surrounded by amazing expanded noun phrases. Well done, Miley. Another fantastic rucksack surrounded by brilliant expanded noun phrases from Lucas in 2CH. Finally, we have Anaya in 2W with her brilliantly thought out expanded noun phrases and her thoughts about which ones are the most important. Well done to those 4 children. I've given you all a creative dojo point for your beautifully presented work. Now, our learning objective today is to use conjunctions. Remember that conjunctions are words that we use to join together sentences or clauses and words. I'm going to read what's in Tom's speech bubble, and I want you to pause the video in a moment and see whether you can spot any conjunctions that Tom might have used in his sentences. Here we go. I need to know where the North Pole is because that's where Dad went missing. I'm going to look at the globe and see whether I can spot it. Pause the video now to see if you can spot any conjunctions that Tom might have used. Did you spot them? Tom was using because and these are the 2 conjunctions we're going to use today in our writing. Okay, I've got a picture in front of me and it's the moment where Tom finds out that his dad, a famous explorer, is lost in the North Pole. I've also got 2 sentences underneath the picture. I'll read them out now. Tom saw the front page of the newspaper. He was shocked. Now this is my turn, so I'm going to be showing you what I would like you to do later on. I want to turn those 2 sentences into one longer sentence. And to do that, I'm going to need to add a conjunction after the word newspaper, because that's where the first sentence stops. I'm going to try both and because and see which one makes sense to me. Tom saw the front page of the newspaper and he was shocked. That makes sense. That feels right. But just to make sure, I will try it with because as well. Tom saw the front page of the newspaper because he was shocked. That does not seem to make sense to me. So I think the correct conjunction to use would be and. Tom saw the front page of the newspaper and he was shocked. What do you think? Now, before we move on to the your turn part of the activity, I just want to go through the Chilli challenges. Chilli 1 is to tell me the correct conjunction for the sentence. So what you'll be doing then is reading the sentences along with me, and you can tell me on the screen whether to use and or because, or you can tell your grown-up who's with you. Chilli 2, use and or because to join the sentences together. Here, I'm going to be expecting you to write the sentences down, but instead of writing the 2 separate sentences, you're going to write me one longer sentence with that conjunction in the middle. And Chilli 3, near the end of the video, I've got some pictures, but the sentences aren't there, and I would like you to try and create some and because sentences of your own. Right, here's the first of the your turn activities. We've got the first picture of the book here where Tom comes downstairs and sees the newspaper. Let's read the sentences together. Tom ran downstairs. He picked up the newspaper. Now what I would like you to do in a moment is to pause the video. Then read the sentences again, this time trying to join them. Are you going to use and, or are you going to use because? Which conjunction makes the most sense? If you're doing the Chilli 2 or 3, make sure you're writing that longer sentence down. Maybe you can colour in the conjunction that you've used to make it really stand out. I'll be back in a moment with a check. Okay, did you get it right? It was and. Tom ran downstairs and he picked up the newspaper. Well done if you got it correct. Give yourself a big tick and a pat on the back. Okay, our next picture is Tom receiving the news. Let's read the sentences together. Tom felt upset. His dad was missing. Once again, I'm going to be asking you to pause the video, say the sentences out loud, but this time try and join them with either and or because. Which one makes most sense? Which conjunction should you use? Don't forget to write it down. Okay, did you get it right? This time it was because. Tom felt upset because his dad was missing. Give yourself a big tick and a pat on the back and ready for the next one. Here we are with Tom sailing away in the North Pole. Let's read the sentences together. Tom knew he was in the North Pole. There were lots of big icebergs. In a moment, pause the video and have a go at reading the sentences out, replacing the full stop with either and because to join them into a longer sentence. Don't forget to write it down. Did you get it right? It was because again. Tom knew he was in the North Pole because there are lots of big icebergs. Well done. Give yourself a big tick. Okay, now we're entering into the 3 Chilli challenge. I'm going to give you the pictures, but I'm not going to give you the sentences. It's up to you to make up some and because sentences yourself. Remember, each sentence will need to start with a capital letter, it will need to finish with a full stop, and you need to use one of these conjunctions. This is the moment that Tom decides he's going to rescue Dad. He's resolved to do it. Maybe you could tell me how Tom is feeling and use a because to explain why. Have a go at pausing the video and writing down your own sentence now. Here we have one of my favourite pictures from the book and one that you looked at with Mrs. Wilson earlier this week. Maybe this time you could use an and to join sentences together. Finally, we have a picture of Tom sailing away surrounded by dolphins. Maybe you could use because to explain how he feels at this moment in the story, or maybe you could use and to link together the different things he's done to get here. Now, I would absolutely love to see your work, so please don't forget to take a picture of it and send it in to me at the Year 2 email address. Good luck.